Say, man. All right, what's happening, man? We back cracking. First of all, man, welcome to the late night show, man, with Big Nina Boy, man. We back cracking with another one. Let me sit back and just check out the scene for a minute, man. There's some cool people in here, Jack. Nah, I'm just clowning around, but catch this game though, right? You know, most men go through so much pain in their life, man, that they make bad choices, man. And you know, I gotta say this, right? You break your own trusting the wrong people. You know what I'm saying? Like salt and sugar look the same, identical. Only way you could tell the difference is when you taste that shit. And I think as men, we make bad choices in who we decide to call our friends, homie. It's no more time for that, man. We got to grow up. We got to know what's in front of us, man. You know what I'm saying? We got to do that circle check, man. We got a little dirt, man. You know what I'm saying? Stay down. Keep your head up, man. You know, he's exploding, man. They superseded indictment, man. They dropped on him, man. Another bombshell. Just when he thought, you know, he praying and learning, a new language, reading his his scripture from the Muslim community. A lot of us, man, we can have it all in front of our face and we'll throw it all away just because we trying to prove to some niggas that we still down, man. You see what I'm saying? We got to make better choices with our lives, man. You know, you want to spend your whole life and ask yourself, you know what I'm saying? What did I accomplish with it? You know what I'm saying? Like with this life that you got, you only get one of these motherfuckers, man. Make sure you do something with it before you leave this earth. And I ain't talking about, having sex with multiple women, man. I'm talking about doing some memorabilia-ish with your family. You know what I'm saying? Let your kids see it, building a name, building, brand, a catalog, something where people like, hey, we know your father. You know what I'm saying? Do not die on them streets and on them corners, man. You see what I'm saying? You just another victim to society. Victim to society. So with that being said, man, let's get into this reaction, man. Late night-ish. What time is it, man? It is, look, 3:52. 3:52 in the morning, man. You feel me? The grind don't stop, though. So with that being said, man, make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all comment. Make sure y'all subscribe. Y'all see me working, man. So let's go. We got a little dirt. You up? Let's get it.
The feds is getting closer and closer and closer to charging Lil Durk for another murder. This document was filed today in court that lays out another murder for hire plot that Lil Durk may be involved in. This appears to be the case that the feds are hyper-focused on now because the feds have realized that this murder for hire case that's currently going on with Quando Rondo and Lil Pop, they've pretty much realized that case ain't winnable. As a matter of fact, it's not even a murder for hire case anymore. That's how you know Lil Durk is going to spank this current case with Quando Rondo.
Update on Lil Durk. You've probably seen his lawyer, Drew Finling, doing interviews all over the hip-hop platforms. I think it's because he's got something cooking up. Tomorrow, there's a bond hearing where Durk is going to ask for a bond based on new information. What's the new information? Well, his lawyers basically are arguing that the indictment that was recently filed, the second superseding indictment, makes a completely different case against Durk than the case that the prosecutors presented to the judge back in December of 2024 when the bond was first denied. What the defense argues is that, look, this new indictment removes 2 allegations. First, they completely got rid of any allegation that Durk rapped about this murder for hire plot, that Durk rapped about Quando Rondo on the news going, no, no, and crying in response to the murder of his friend. This is very important because what the defense is going to be able to argue to the judge is, look, judge, we proved to them that they're wrong because those lyrics were recorded 7 months before the murder. Those lyrics could not have had anything to do with the murder. And what they did in response to us proving that to them is they just took that allegation right out of the indictment. And now they're not even alleging that he rapped about the murder. And that...
Man, tell me y'all hear that. Tell me that y'all hear that. So Lil Durk is in jail for some music that he rapped about way before Quando Rondo cousin gets smacked. You see what I'm saying? So he's in jail for alleged, situations. These are accusations at this point. There's no hard evidence. There's no proof that can tie him. See, the RICO, it was invented for mob bosses. The RICO was subject to capture people for racketeering and conspiracy and all of this crazy ass ish, nigga. All you need is 2-3 people or more, and you got a RICO case. You smell what I'm selling? 3 people or more, you got a RICO case. That boy is sitting in jail, losing time of his life that he would never be able to get back. You know what I'm saying? And the cool thing about it, I'm not too sure, but don't quote me on it, though. Nigga, he beat that case, nigga. You're not gonna sue them. You know what I'm saying? For wasting your life, nigga, nah, because them niggas will hunt you down, nigga. They put surveillance on every state you fly into, nigga, phones and all that shit until they catch you. Excuse me. 3 o'clock in the morning, man. That's some serious grind, man. But yeah, nah, nigga, look at that shit, nigga. And I heard so many rumors about Durk, nigga. Nigga, Durk, nigga, look at his eyes. That nigga paranoid. He has his eyes always wide open and shit like that. I don't know, shut the fuck up, nigga. Some of you niggas won't even be able to do this type of jail time, nigga. And he ain't sung, he ain't said nothing crazy, nigga. He took his time like a man. You see what I'm saying? On the chin, multi-millionaire. You know what I'm saying? His family straight, yeah. India over there, nigga. She laying in millions. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be all right, baby. They be paying my money. No, effing around, man. Let's get it.
That was a huge part of their original case. And so without that, their case is much weaker. We deserve a bond. The other thing that the defense is arguing.
This is where you start to see how weak this particular case is. Lil Durk was originally charged for murder for hire. The feds are accusing Lil Durk of paying 5 men to go to California, follow Quando Rondo around, and try to murder Quando Rondo. But instead, they murdered Quando Rondo's cousin, Lil Pop. Now, the feds is now saying this is not a murder for hire case because they can't really prove where the compensation came from. Like I said in my original video, how can it be a murder for hire when you can't really pinpoint how much Lil Durk paid these people? And the feds try to say, it was a murder for hire and the payment was music opportunity, but everybody who was a part of this murder for hire, they were already a part of OTF. They were already like OTF members. So what other music opportunities, what other additional opportunities was there? And these people love Von too. They didn't need Lil Durk to go ahead and slap Von. They were going to slap Von regardless. So the feds have pretty much realized, damn. So the music, right, the songs that were supposed to prove that Lil Durk was putting bags on people's heads, well, them songs is inadmissible. So now we really have nothing else. We don't have any receipts of payments. The only thing we have is one text message of Lil Durk telling these people, don't book any flights in my name. So now they're changing the charge from murder for hire to stalking that resulted in death. Whatever that
they
means.
can't do nothing with that.
Is that in the second superseding indictment, the government took out another very key allegation against Durk. The government had alleged that Durk, through co-defendant Wilson, paid bounties to the shooters in this alleged murder for hire plot. In the second superseding indictment, that allegation is gone. Instead of alleging that Durk, through co-defendant Wilson, paid the bounty, there's now a new charge called stalking resulting in murder, where there's no direct allegation of a bounty being paid through Wilson or anyone else. Instead, the allegations are limited to Durk was orchestrating surveillance on this guy. Durk sent shooters to LA. Durk let it be known that he would put money up, even though there's no allegation that he actually did pay the bounty through a co-defendant or somebody.
Man, y'all got to catch that, right? There's no wiretaps. There's no surveillance. There's no actual hard evidence that can prove that these allegations that they put against him is facts. And that's cold, because look at Durk. He's sitting up in there just like anybody else. He ain't in no PC or none of that shit, nigga. He on the main line with the Crips, the Damos, the essays, the the blue collar crime, mafia criminal ass motherfucker. He's sitting up there and he holding it down. He's doing his time, and he ain't saying nothing about it. And you rarely hear him on the phone. They're trying to get him for talking on 11 different people phones and all that shit. Lil Durk is probably one of the smartest dudes that's in jail. He know he can't open up his mouth, nigga. His daddy did all that time, nigga. You know, when you come up under some instructions like that and you got love for your dad, I don't care if he in jail or not. Like, your daddy was a millionaire. He just got cracked. You know what I'm saying? But any nigga that's out here taking those type of chances, man, you taking it for your family. So I believe Durk understood the assignment. You know what I'm saying? Never harvest no feelings. Nigga stayed down with his father. You know what I'm saying? Now he in the same situation. Just imagine he want to blame his father for not being in his life, and then you out here living your life and you F around and nigga go through the same ish. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I like that. F around and ish. All right, cool. Looking new. Trying to stop cussing around. I'm out. Yeah, man. So I'm fucking with that though. Yeah, but yeah, man. Durk, keep your head up, homie. Real ninjas is watching you out here, man. We see it. A lot of people smelling what you cooking, man. Just, you almost out of there. I really think he gonna beat this case, gang. Let's go.
Somebody else. And so what the defense is going to be able to present at tomorrow's bond hearing is, hey, judge, we move to dismiss this case by pointing out all the factual errors in the government's case. What the government did is they changed their case and they removed key allegations against our client. And so you have to look at their new case and now reevaluate the bond. If Durk gets a bond, that's going to tell you a lot about what the judge thinks about this second superseding indictment, which is in fact significantly different and significantly weaker and less aggressive in terms of how it charges Durk as being responsible for this murder.
From my perspective, the feds realized they made a lot of mistakes. They pretty much made too many mistakes to really salvage this case. And the feds have refocused their attention to another case, bro, because Lil Durk keeps getting brought up in these proceedings with Anthony Montgomery and Preston Powell. In our last video on Lil Durk, we broke down extensively how Lil Durk, or why Lil Durk, is being tied to the murder that these two dudes committed. Anthony Montgomery and Preston Powell, they murdered the Smashville GD called Stephen Mack. Stephen Mack was linked to some dudes who were responsible for the death of Lil Durk's brother, D-Thing. So these two committed a murder. They're now in jail. They're currently incarcerated. But we just got the full extent. I'm talking about the full case laid out for why this is a murder for hire. Now, in this new filings, the feds actually gave us more information that we didn't know, including there are recordings of a confession where dude is just outright saying, bruh, we did it for Durk. like this is insane. In our last video, we explained how Anthony Montgomery left his phone at the scene along with the getaway vehicle. Now, they showed us a picture of the phone still on the charger in the vehicle, just really highlighting, bro, how much of a buffoon these dudes were. I don't know how Lil Durk was vetting who could come around him, but Lil Durk dramatically overestimated the wits of this dude right here in particular. This dude is one of the worst criminals we've ever heard of. This is almost the saddest things I've ever heard, because without Anthony Montgomery being a part of this murder, bro, they probably would have gotten away with it. But because he's so sloppy, he's so talkative, he's so chatty-patty, he's such a gossiper, the fans got everything they need, bro. Everything in 4K, Yo, it got so bad, bro, his co-defendant said, hey, yo, can y'all please try my case separate from him, bro? Because what I'm seeing, I don't even want to be a part of this, bro. Charge me separately. We found out from this proceeding that Anthony Montgomery was arrested for a state case before he was arrested for this murder of Stephen Mack. Now, when he was arrested for the state case, the feds were already investigating him for this murder. So what happened was the feds put a confidential informant in his cell, and they got recordings of him confessing everything, labeling exactly how he murdered Stephen Mack, labeling who he did it for, giving the whole operation, how he picked up who he was going to do it with. This man told it all, and the feds got everything on recording, naming Lil Durk as the person he killed Stephen Mack for. Preston Powell texted him, "What you doing?" Right? Montgomery says at this interview-ish, "Oh,
See, the problem with that is this. He already had priors. You see what I'm saying? The feds be just looking for anything to smack on you. You know what I'm saying? One thing they hate is to catch you know what I'm saying, knees and elbows. You know what I'm saying? They can't stand to take an elbow. When they catch that elbow, they would do anything in their power to make sure that they get a W. And that's the cool thing about it. Like, y'all go through hundreds and hundreds of cases, and y'all try to pride yourself on not losing. You're going to lose a couple. It's just this time around, y'all lost against Thug, y'all lost against NBA YoungBoy the first time when he beat it, and then y'all losing right now to Lil Durk. But this type of shit right here, though, I promise you, a nigga like Durk would never get caught up again. Nigga, OTF is over. It don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. None of them dudes have all the money he invested in OTF. They generated enough money, you know what I'm saying, to go their own way. You know what I'm saying? And you niggas not producing nothing while he gone. What's the point of him coming home and, oh man, I can't wait, because he gonna get me right. Nigga never depend on another man trying to put some food on your table, man. You know what I'm saying? That's gay to me. I'm depending on another man, you know what I'm saying, to put some food on my table. That's not cool. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I believe he gonna come home, nigga. He already gonna be hot because he's solid. He know he ain't do shit. You know what I'm saying? He just caught up in a rock between a hard place. And shit, his music gonna sell, nigga. He did real Fed time when everybody else thought he was a buster. Let's go.
Oh, nah." Powell was like, at an interview, "Nah, you got it, homie. I'm not, nah." Montgomery was like, "Nah, bro, not that type of interview, bro. It's the rapper be doing, talking about Lil Durk." He put they interview in individual A, which is Lil Durk. Montgomery Wilson says, "Yeah." And then he texts him again from a new phone, "Yo, what you doing at this little interview-ish for a job?" "No, the rapper be doing." "What?" He had an interview. And this is the interview right here. When Lil Durk pulled up with 100 goons at the $1 million worth of game interview, bro. And the funny part about this, too, is during this interview, Wallow is telling him, "Man, hey, man, yo, bro, let that beef stuff go, man. I'm trying to see y'all live and prosper, man, bro." And them dudes is in that building, bro, celebrating all the bodies that them call for Lil Durk, bro, while Wallow out there preaching. Man, they say, get out of here, bro. Powell was expecting to get paid on the 17th because Montgomery told him, "Yo, they coming on the 17th. They're going to take care of us." But when they came on the 17th, Montgomery, who's the plug to Lil Durk, who's the plug to OTF, Powell just came along for the wreck. Montgomery got his cheddar. He got paid. Powell texted, "What's up with OTF? Yeah, when we gonna get the paper?" "The 17th, bro, I got you." "What's up with the 17th, bro, I got you." Lil Durk brought $1 million cash with him to the $1 million worth of game interview. So Montgomery got paid. He got the money, and he cut off all communication with Powell. Because the day after, on the 18th, Powell hit him up like, "Yo, they paid us yet?" Montgomery went dead quiet, stopped responding. And then the following day, while driving in Chicago, Montgomery got pulled over, and he got arrested for a gun case. Now, while in state prison for this gun case, they were already investigating Montgomery for the murder of Stephen Mack. So they put a confidential informant in the same cell as him, and he was wired up. He had a recording device, and he was recording all the conversations they was having with Montgomery, and Montgomery confessed everything they needed to know, everything. The paperwork says, while in state custody, Montgomery Wilson discussed Stephen Mack's murder with his cellmate, who, unbeknownst to him, had agreed to assist the government by recording their conversation. As discussed below, during his recorded conversation with the confidential source, Montgomery Wilson detailed how him and Powell murdered Stephen Mack to collect a cash bounty from a Chicago-based rapper, Individual A, which is Lil Durk. The more I read this paperwork, I was starting to think maybe Montgomery isn't as dumb as we think. Maybe he was doing this on purpose. Maybe he got left out to dry because during a prison call, he was telling somebody, yo, if Lil Durk is out there claiming his body was for him, he gotta, bro, pay up. This body wasn't free. We mentioned this in the last video, but we didn't know that he was in prison when he did this. While in prison, from jail on March 22nd, he intentionally posted a picture to his Facebook story of him counting money while playing Aha, which is the Lil Durk, you know, the want to hear the murder, bro. Bro, what type of killers are y'all? I want to hear this ish. Ninja ain't even supposed to made it that far, Ninja. Only reason he made it that far, folk, I had that big ass gun. Bro, he talking about, bro, I'm usually a precise killer, bro. I usually, bro, get them down immediately, bro. He was only able to run and make that far because the gun was too heavy, bro. I had to run and chase it, bro. I'm usually too short when bro, you gonna die under that prison, bro. You not getting out of this?
Bro, you're never coming home. And you talk so reckless, bro. You would never, nah, it's over, bro. Hang it up. Yeah, nah, hang it up. It's cool. It's cool. But anyway, man, shouts out to everybody that pulled up, man. Y'all know I had to do a late night grind, man. Show y'all that this shit is real. Make sure y'all like, man. Make sure y'all comment. Make sure y'all subscribe if y'all fucking with me. You know, and make sure y'all follow me on Instagram and Anyboy_TV, man. Until then, I will see y'all in the next video. Real to scream, thief in the night.